Hand, children. If a screen is visible and I am audible, please raise your hand.
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Okay. Now you mute yourself. आप तभी unmute करिएगा when you have to say something, when you have any queries. Otherwise, what will happen? There is a noise, a kind of chaos occurs while recording, and I am recording your class also. So please be careful. Mute कर लीजिए अपने आप को आप लोग. Okay. So today we are going to read a small extract from an autobiography, Long Walk to Freedom. ये किसका mic on है? Let me check. Aryan, please mute. Yes, mute कर लो बेटा. Otherwise you will create disturbance to everyone. Okay? देखो किसी एक का माइक ऑन होने से क्या होता है ना, पूरे क्लास को डिस्टरबेंस होता है. सो बी केयरफुल व्हेन यू एंटर. मैं इसलिए आप लोग को म्यूट नहीं करती हूँ बिकॉज आई फील दैट यू शुड टेक योर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी. नाउ यू ऑल नो द इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ दीज क्लासेस, हाउ स्टडीज आर गोइंग टू बी इम्पोर्टेंट फॉर यू. दैट्स व्हाई आई डोंट वांट टू म्यूट यू, क्योंकि आपको अगर कुछ बोलना है तो यू विल स्पीक. Okay, so now listen carefully. We are going to read a small piece, एक छोटा सा piece from an autobiography. Autobiography and biography का difference you all know. Auto, the one who has written his own story of life, and biography, that means someone else is writing a story of someone else's life. So this is a piece of from Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela. Nelson Mandela, who is popularly known. From his autobiography, Long Walk to Freedom, this small piece has been taken, which you are going to enjoy. Now, first of all, let me give you a brief introduction, although I know that you have heard name of Nelson Mandela. But Nelson Mandela was a South African anti-apartheid revolutionary, political leader, philanthropist. Obviously, I will explain you philanthropist, the one who works for humanity, who served as president of South Africa from 1994 to 1999. Okay. And apartheid system, you know what is apartheid? It is written on your book, in your book also, is a political system that separates people according to their race. Because in the entire world, this racism, this religion, in the name of religion, discrimination, there are different type of discrimination which the entire world is facing. And I think you have read in history about apartheid. No, history में पढ़ा भी होगा. And you know, this was the political system which was separating people according to their color, skin color, say, racism, you can also call it. So he was the country's first black head of state and the first elected in a fully representative democratic election. And you know, his government focused on dismantling the legacy of apartheid by tackling institutionalized racism and fostering racial reconciliation. Basically, he removed away, he ended this apartheid system. He served as the president of African National Congress Party from 1991 to 1997. और पता है ना, for a long, I think 28-29 years, he was in the prison. That's why he is writing Long Walk to Freedom. Yeah, what you want to say? Yes, like Barack Obama, he was also. But Barack Obama's life is different and his life is entirely different. He has suffered a lot. उस समय South Africa was going through a very difficult time when the entire world is actually working on scientific technology, education and other things. You know, South Africa was still struggling with this, you know, simple thing that is known as apartheid. जो कि जिसे हम बहुत ही छोटी बात मानेंगे, इसलिए क्योंकि थिंग्स वर चेंजिंग इन द एंटायर वर्ल्ड, पीपल वर गेटिंग एडुकेटेड, वी वर एक्सप्लोरिंग स्पेस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी, और उस मोमेंट पे साउथ अफ्रीका वाज विक्टिम ऑफ रेसिज्म. ओके, नाउ मंडेला वाज बोर्न टू द रॉयल फैमिली इन जो भी एक छोटी सी जगह थी, मवेजो. He studied law at the University of Fort Hare and the University of Witwatersrand before working as a lawyer in Johannesburg. Chota sa brief introduction of his life, then we will come to this point. There he became involved in anti-colonial and African nationalist politics, joining the ANC in 1943 and co-founding its youth league in 1944. You don't need to remember the dates क्योंकि I am not taking history class. बस थोड़ा आइडिया दे रही हूँ so that you will be able to focus, you will be able to connect yourself with this extract. Okay. After the National Party's white-only government established apartheid, a system of racial segregation, जैसे मैंने बोला racial discrimination that privileged whites, he and ANC committed themselves to its overthrow. Mandela was appointed president of the ANC's branch, rising to prominence for his involvement in 1952. He was repeatedly arrested for different type of activities, which was actually anti-apartheid activities, and was unsuccessfully prosecuted in 1956 present trial, influenced by Marxism, or he was secretly joined the banned South African Community Party. And then with all these kind of struggle, Mandela was sent to prison for 27 years. Soch lo, imagine karo, not only for 7 years, 27 years. But Mandela, he was obviously a controversial figure for much of his life. Although critics on the right denounced him as a communist terrorist, and those on the far left, they say that he actually reconciled the apartheid supporters. He gained international acclamation for his activism, widely regarded as an icon of democracy, social justice, and he received more than 250 prize honor, including, सबको पता होना चाहिए, general knowledge question this is, Nobel Peace Prize. Okay, Nobel Peace Prize also he received. He is held in deep respect within South Africa, where he is often referred to by his Thembu clan named Madiba and described as the father of the nation. So unlike our father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi, he too was very much, respected in his own country. His imprisonment, as I told you, from 1962 he entered, and he remained there for 27 years. चलो इससे ज़्यादा history जाने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. Now we are coming to this chapter, that what was it? Why Mandela, and what this entire story is all about. Okay, Nelson Mandela, why this story has been given, decided to that class 10 children should know about it. Then you will come to know, when you will see that this is also the story of strong determination, willpower, struggle, and raising your voice against all the oddities, specifically when one is challenging this country. So when you will go through this long walk to freedom, this small extract, as I told you, it has been taken from the autobiography of Nelson Mandela. As I told you, he was the first Black president of South Africa. He is describing, you will see here the inauguration ceremony. You will also get to know about the speech. You will, a little clipping from his speech, his journey to being a freedom fighter, the struggle, along with a tribute to other freedom fighters who also actually sacrificed their life for this freedom, and countless other people who fought for this country's freedom. You know, in South Africa, there was a brutal practice named apartheid. I think last year in history classes, you all have read about it. As I told you, apartheid, once again, I'm repeating, if you don't know about it, it was actually a discrimination between people on the basis of their race. It was one of the most brutal societies where dark-skinned people were deprived of their basic rights. And you know, this entire extract will tell us about that how Nelson Mandela, along with others, carved their way to a society where there will be no discrimination on the basis of their color, caste, race, age, or gender. Thank God that in a country like India, we have no discrimination. Earlier, we were facing the problem of gender discrimination, but thankfully, mindset of people has changed. Now, girls are also equally treated, respected in this society. Yeah, sometimes some political personalities are creating trouble in the name of religion, but thankfully, we people have really become educated and we are not fighting. Nowadays, also, you can see how people are helping each other in this situation of, you can say, pandemic, in this perilous situation, how we are helping each other. So it was actually a shame for a country like South Africa, where the entire world was progressing, and this country in mid 90s and 80s was still fighting for, against this racism. Okay, so we are going to read about him. I'm going to read his Mandela becomes South Africa's first black president. Nelson Mandela has become South Africa's first black president after more than 3 centuries of white rule. Okay, so as I told you, there was racism, white rule. So this was again, so Mr. Mandela's African National Congress Party won 252 of 400 seats in the first democratic elections of South Africa's history. So his party got a clear mandate. Okay, they were clearly elected. The inauguration ceremony took place in the Union Buildings Amphitheatre in Pretoria today, attended by politicians and dignitaries from more than 140 countries around the world. Now, why it was such a big event for that country? Because I told you, when the entire world, other countries, in fact, even our country, India, and even some Asian countries, they were actually progressing. At that time, South Africa was struggling with this apartheid system. So it was actually a great moment and honor for South Africa that 140 countries, they all, they were there. They all have come to greet and respect their newly elected president. Okay, never, never again will this beautiful land experience the oppression of one by another, said Nelson Mandela in his address. And when you will go through his speech, you know, this was the line he quoted, that I promise to this world and specifically to my countrymen, that my country people, in the name of their color, this, they are not going to feel the oppression, okay, by one another. Jubilant scenes on the streets of Pretoria followed the ceremony with blacks, whites, and coloreds celebrating together. Again, it was a historical moment. Why? Because unanimously, there was a great unity, one can see, that blacks and whites and coloreds, coffee colors like us, they all were celebrating together. More than 1 lakh South African men, women, and children of all races sang and danced with joy. So, and who did that? Obviously, I'm not saying that the entire work has been done by Nelson Mandela, but you will see in this extract that he is paying his tribute to all the other leaders who contributed for the freedom from apartheid system for their men in this country. Okay, now let's see the extract. We have a little idea that who was Nelson Mandela. 10th May dawned, bright and clear, historical day. For the past few days, Nelson Mandela, because it's his autobiography, I had been pleasantly besieged by dignitaries and world leaders who were coming to pay their respect before the inauguration. The inauguration would be the largest gathering ever of international leaders on South African soil. Now, dawned upon, you all know, began. Here it is. Dawn is a word which is also known as early morning, DAWN, early morning को भी dawn कहते हैं. Then we also say the dawn of civilization. That means the beginning of civilization. यहाँ वही use किया है, began. Then it dawned upon me, matlab realization. So this word can be used in different manner. Now 10th May was the day when Nelson Mandela sworn. Obviously bright and clear day it was. So not only bright and clear, literally, but metaphorically, symbolically, it was also bright and clear. Matlab, that means they have really come out from that apartheid, that black system, that you can say a very incorrect form of governance. So the first black head of the state, South Africa, for the past few days, he was saying I had been pleasantly besieged by dignitaries and world leaders who were coming to pay their respect before the inauguration. Why he was feeling so privileged? Why Nelson Mandela was so happy? I told you, that's 140 countries, their dignitaries, their leaders, they all have come there in order to pay their respect and also to congratulate a country who has been fighting against this malpractice. और सबसे बड़ी बात ये थी ना कि पूरी दुनिया आगे बढ़ रही थी, लोग ये छोटे छोटे झगड़ों से आगे बढ़ रहे थे, रेसिज्म से, डिस्क्रिमिनेशन से. इन द मीन टाइम साउथ अफ्रीका वाज स्टिल स्ट्रगलिंग. कहाँ तो हालांकि लेटर ऑन साउथ अफ्रीका आज कहाँ पहुंच गया है विद इन नो टाइम. वी ऑल नो द पोटेंशियल ऑफ दोज पीपल, बट एट दैट टाइम सो इट वाज एक्चुअली अ वंडरफुल मोमेंट फॉर द people of South Africa, where so many other country people. So he really feel that he was when he felt that he was surrounded by dignitaries and world leaders, and the inauguration would be the largest gathering ever of international leaders on South African soil. In fact, a great prestigious moment for South Africa, and people have gathered there, and they are actually, they come to show their respect and regard to this newly elected black president. The ceremonies took place in the lovely sandstone amphitheater formed by the Union buildings in Pretoria. Or amphitheater, a building without a roof, you all know, kind of a stadium, something like that. For decades, this had been the seat of white supremacy, and now it was the site of rainbow gathering of different colors and nations for the installation of South Africa's first democratic non-racial government. Now, for last so many decades and centuries, only white people have captured the major position, but it was the morning full of hope. Okay, it was the morning full of victory. So for the first time in a country's history, in South Africa, so many international leaders have come, and they all is going to be witness such a grand ceremony. So in this open circular building, they all were there, and they all were enjoying because it was the great day. And rainbow gathering of different colors, that means there was no gender discrimination color discrimination that very day. either white color people, black, or as I told you, coffee color, different color. They all were there and they all are going to witness this historical moment. On the lovely day, autumn day, I was accompanied by my daughter Zanani. On the podium, Mr. D. Clark was first sworn in as a second deputy president. Then Thabo Mbeki was sworn in as the first deputy president. When it was my turn, I pledged to obey and uphold the constitution and to devote myself to the well-being of the republic and its people. So finally, the swearing ceremony started. And Nelson was accompanied by his daughter Zenani because it was a big day for him. Two vice presidents took the oath, as you all have seen. They all have come to committed to respect, protect, and abide by the Constitution. And then finally, it was his turn. And you know, now you are going to read to the assembled guest and the watching world. I said, a बहुत important और बहुत interesting and very heart touching it is. So listen it carefully. ध्यान से सुनो. Am I audible, children? Raise your hand. सो तो नहीं गए सब नेल्सन मंडेला को पढ़ के? Are you awake? Okay, don't lie down and listen carefully. बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग नहीं होगा बट बहुत इंस्पायरिंग जरूर है. History is inspiring and specifically the stories like this. So please listen. Now see, बहुत इमोशनल स्पीच दिया था नेल्सन मंडेला ने. Yeah, what you want to say? क्या बोल रहे हो? Yeah, that's very good. I told you, na, it's not interesting but inspiring. So please listen carefully. Today, all of us do, by our presence here, confer here means to say grant glory and hope to newborn liberty. So, out of the experience of an extraordinary human disaster that lasted too long, must be born a society of which all humanity will be proud. We, who were outlaws not so long ago, have today been given the rare privilege to be host to the nations of the world on our own soil. We thank all of our distinguished international guests for having come to take possession with the people of our country of what is, after all, a common victory for justice, for peace, for human dignity. So how he started? Nelson mentioned that, first of all, he said, everyone, that by your presence, you are giving rise to hope for a new beginning. Thank you, obviously, because when someone is inviting, these kind of gathering, what does it says? First of all, two things, that 140 countries, they all have assembled, their dignitaries, their political personalities, powerful people have come. So two important, first of all, the country is happy to see that these people are actually happy to see that we are also in race now. And secondly, that they also wanted to show their presence in the world platform. So he's genuinely happy. So he says that previous rulers were discriminatory and lasted for long, but the ones who are given to opportunity to rule now would stand up against discrimination. Nelson really felt that he is glad to host a ceremony with the presence of global leaders. Obviously, it is an achievement for he and his country. And so he says, there was a time when South Africa, for practicing apartheid, lost all its international political relationship. That was when because of this racial, discrimination, they have no place in the world society, you can say. Now, when there is no segregation on the basis of race and gender, other nations are happy to have healthy democratic relationship, and they have come to power and they pledge to make everyone proud. So he thanked everyone especially the international leaders for joining and for celebrating their achievement. So in this manner, they will become an equal society where each and every human will treated with dignity. So this society will be for justice, for peace, and for human dignity. We have at last achieved our political emancipation, means freedom, and we pledge ourselves to liberate all our people from continuing bondage of poverty, deprivation, suffering, gender, and other discrimination. Now, see, this is the story of any country. When India got freedom in 1947, we have won one battle. One battle was won. What was that? That we became free. But still, there were many battles which we are still trying to win. The battle was poverty, sufferings, gender discrimination, illiteracy, and ignorance, deprivation from basic amenities of life. So now, after winning this major battle of apartheid, Nelson Mandela is actually saying that, yeah, we have received this political freedom, emancipation, but still we have to liberate our people from continuing bondage of poverty, because poverty is actually a stigma for any society. Okay. फिर इसके बाद illiteracy, which he didn't refer, but actually ignorance, illiteracy, education, that is the necessity, deprivation, suffering, gender discrimination, and other discrimination. So this again, he has to fight many other battles, because this is the one battle we are fighting. Ma'am, but in South Africa, there are a lot of people who are white in color. Why? I will find it out, then I will tell you. Because I will tell you. थोड़ा पढ़ने देना मुझे. History, I don't know a lot about it. Never, never, and never again shall it be that this beautiful land will again experience the oppression of one by another. The sun shall never set on so glorious a human achievement. Let freedom reign. God bless Africa. So this was his speech, and he promised to all the dignitaries, to all the world leaders, that after this great struggle, after finding this great political freedom, this government will definitely promise that they will help all the hardships, inequalities. And he also says that there will be this freedom, never, never, this beautiful land will never see this oppression, this kind of suppression of human being. The sun shall never set. Sunset means this is ये देखो ये यहाँ पे हम कहते हैं symbolical meaning. Okay, because South Africa also have rules of Europeans. हाँ हाँ मैं पढ़ूंगी. You have this Google Guru बेटा. Why don't you find it out? यही सब थोड़ा सा रिसर्च करो. क्या पता किसी को इसी में से यूपीएससी कल को आईएएस बनना है. Then these things will help you, my dear children. So find it out. The sun shall never set on so glorious a human achievement. So both the things he is saying, that neither the sun will set, यहाँ पे ये symbolical meaning है. That means the sun, the shining sun will never set, and not even the glorious human achievement. Okay, so people will definitely achieve whatever they want to achieve. Okay, Hertz is sharing his views. South Africa also have rule of Europeans and Americans. After independence, some Europeans left, but some stay, and that's why. Very good. Nice information. Thank you. Let freedom reign. God bless Africa. And finally, let freedom reign. Rise karne do freedom ko. Obviously, freedom is the best thing which one can have in his life. Then only they will think about anything else. For any achievement, maybe their education, maybe from other kind of deprivation which they are facing. And in this manner, they will move ahead. So this was the dream of Nelson Mandela. He was really overwhelmed to see that how people are, 140 countries, they have come to show their respect and gratitude, and to their, obviously, not only respect and gratitude, also they have come to support this country. So it was a great moment for him. So he promised not only to other people, to other countrymen, that South Africa is going to become a great country. And yeah, he kept his words. Now you can see South Africa has really developed a lot. But also he promised his own countrymen that there will be no bondage of poverty, no suffering, no gender discrimination, no illiteracy, no deprivation from basic amenities of life. That was a great, biggest challenge now he has to face. And you know, he did a wonderful job. So anyway, that was the speech which he made, which was so, emotional that everyone was overwhelmed. Okay, so I'm just,